Forget searching for the next big thing. We've already found 30 of them. This video reveals the machines that power real, profitable businesses you can start today. Your next opportunity is in this list. The only question is if you'll be paying attention when it appears. Rebar is the steel skeleton inside every concrete structure, and it all needs to be bent. This is usually slow, manual labor on a construction site. A rebar bending machine changes the game completely. It creates perfect, repeatable bends in thick steel bars in mere seconds. So, how do you make money? You can get started in this business for around $400. You become the go-to specialist for smaller construction crews, concrete workshops, or even individual builders who need precisely bent rebar but can't afford their own industrial equipment. Offer your services by the project or even charge per bend. You provide speed and accuracy they can't achieve by hand. From wallets and belts to custom phone cases, the demand for unique leather goods is always high. The biggest bottleneck for small creators, however, is accurately cutting leather by hand. A leather cutting press solves this problem. This machine uses a custom metal die to punch out perfect identical shapes with every press. You can get into this business for just $160. So where's the money? You offer a cutting service to other small-scale artisans and Etsy sellers. They lack the equipment for batch production, so they send their designs and leather to you. What if you could turn pennies into dollars with one of the world's most popular snacks? You can launch a mobile popcorn business for about $40. This machine brings that classic movie theater experience anywhere. The business model is brilliantly simple. You set up at fairs, local farmers markets, birthday parties, or sports events. The real secret is the incredible profit margin. A huge bag of kernels costs very little, but it produces dozens of servings that sell for several dollars each. You're not just selling a snack, you're selling a smell, an experience, and an impulse buy that is almost impossible to resist. Screws are the invisible hardware holding our world together with a demand that never stops. For around $2,000, you can tap into this massive market. A screw-making machine automates the entire process, taking spools of metal wire and turning them into perfectly formed screws in seconds. But your business model isn't about volume. The key is specialization. You can produce custom lengths for local furniture makers, small batches of non-standard screws for repair shops, or even specialty metal fasteners for niche industries. You become the go-to, fast turnaround supplier for the customers the big factories can't serve. For any of these businesses, from notebooks to screws, having a website is no longer optional. It's mandatory. But what happens when that site goes down and you're the last to know? You lose credibility and customers. So here's a personal tip, just something I genuinely think is valuable. There's this incredibly transparent and free tool called Uptime Card. It doesn't just tell you the second your site is down. It does something else I find fascinating. It gives you data-driven advice on the best technology to use for your site to keep it fast and reliable. And a lot of people don't know this, but if you register now, you actually get their premium plan, which is normally around $5 a month, and you get to keep it for free for a very long time. It's just a solid foundation to have, even before you make your first sale. Anyway, let's get back to it. From students to professionals, everyone loves a good notebook, but the real opportunity isn't in selling standard issue pads, it's in customization. For as little as $130, you can start a notebook business from home. A notebook binding machine lets you create professional-grade, coil-bound journals, planners, and sketchbooks. You're not just assembling paper, you're creating a personalized product. You can partner with local artists for unique covers, create custom planners for small businesses, or sell your own designs on sites like Etsy. It's a business with high perceived value, targeting a market that loves unique, tailored products. The humble nail. It's the most basic fastener, used in everything from building houses to crafting furniture. Now, what if you could turn simple steel wire into a constant stream of income? For an investment starting at around $1,800, you can establish your own mini factory. A wire nail-making machine is a completely automated unit that feeds wire from a coil, cuts it to length, forges the head, and sharpens the point. Your customers are everywhere. Local hardware stores, construction contractors, and furniture workshops. The business model is simple. Buy steel wire in bulk at a low cost and sell the finished nails at a significant markup. With the ability to produce thousands of nails per hour, the volume quickly adds up. What if you could turn plastic waste into profit or create materials that don't even exist yet? You can launch your own micro factory for just under $5,000 with a plastic extrusion machine. This device melts down plastic pellets or even shredded recycled plastics and pushes the material through a die to form a continuous shape. The business model, the most obvious choice, is producing filament for the massive 3D printing community, offering custom colors or recycled blends that nobody else sells. You could also create small plastic tubing, custom gaskets, or unique trims for workshops and renovators. You're not just making plastic parts, you are solving problems for niche markets, turning low-cost material into high-value products. Every independent coffee shop, food truck, and corporate event wants custom-branded cups, but they can't afford the massive print runs required by big suppliers. This is your opening. A paper cup printing machine is a compact unit that lets you add logos and designs to small batches of ready-made cups. The operation is straightforward. Feed in the blank cup, and the machine applies the custom print. For a startup cost of around $1,300, you can launch a specialized printing service. Target local businesses that need professional-looking cups, but only in quantities of a few hundred, not tens of thousands. You solve a major pain point for them, turning a simple disposable cup into a powerful marketing tool they hold in their hand. Think about one of the most common items in any office or school, the simple staple. Billions are used every single year, creating a massive, recurring market for a product most people completely overlook. A staple making machine is an automated workhorse that takes spools of wire and rapidly punches out perfectly formed staples ready for packaging. For a startup cost of around $7,300, you can enter the manufacturing space. Your business is built on volume. Buy wire cheaply, produce staples in massive quantities, and sell them to a market that never stops needing more. Your customers are office supply stores, large corporations, schools, and even industrial packaging companies. You're tapping into a constant, stable demand for an essential product. From the shrink wrap on a pallet to the protective film in agriculture, plastic sheeting is a product we use every day without a second thought. This is where the plastic film blowing machine comes in. It takes cheap plastic pellets, melts them, and extrudes them into a continuous bubble of film, which is then rolled up for use. You can launch your own small-scale production for around $4,500. The business opportunity here isn't to compete on volume, but on customization. You can supply local companies with custom-width agricultural film, colored bags for retail, or specific thicknesses for packaging, jobs that are too small for the industrial giants. Every construction project needs concrete, but not every project needs a giant cement truck blocking the street. This is where a mobile concrete mixer comes in. This machine allows you to mix and deliver fresh, ready-to-pour concrete in precise, smaller quantities. With an initial investment of around $2,000, you can launch your own mini-mix concrete business. Think about it. Landscapers setting fence posts, homeowners pouring a new patio slab, or small builders needing to fill a form. They often require less concrete than the minimum order from a large company. You solve their problem by offering a convenient, no-waste, on-demand service. Bricks, the foundation of homes, walls, and entire communities. A clay brick making machine makes this process accessible. You simply feed it a mixture of local soil, clay, and a binder like cement, and the machine uses high pressure to form perfect, dense bricks. Many don't even require kiln firing. To launch a local manufacturing operation like this, you're looking at a startup cost of around $9,000. Since your primary raw material can be sourced very cheaply, the profit margins are substantial. Your market is anyone building in your area, from small contractors to homeowners, providing a truly foundational product for local construction. From bands and artists to political campaigns and corporate events, custom buttons are everywhere. They're a classic way to express an idea or promote a brand, and you can launch your own button-making business for around $90. A button-making machine is a simple mechanical press. It takes a printed design, a metal front, and a pin back, and with 2 quick pulls of a lever, creates a perfect professional button. The business is all about customization. You can target niche markets that big companies ignore, offering small, custom runs to local musicians, schools for fundraisers, or even for birthday parties. Since the cost per button is mere cents, the profit margins are huge, making this a highly profitable venture to start right from home. Think about every party and food festival you've ever been to. The demand for disposable plates is constant, and with the world shifting away from plastic, paper is king. A paper plate making machine turns this simple need into a business. For an initial investment of around $4,000, you can enter this massive market. The machine itself is a powerhouse, automatically taking paper blanks, then using heat and a hydraulic press to form, cut, and stack finished plates. You can produce thousands a day. Your customers are everywhere: event organizers, catering companies, local restaurants, and wholesalers. Here's a business idea that spins pure nostalgia into impressive profits. For around $200, you can get into the candy floss business. This machine is a master of transformation, turning a few cents worth of ordinary sugar into a large, fluffy cloud of cotton candy. The process is mesmerizing to watch, and the product is loved by all ages. Your profit margin is astronomical. The cost of sugar and a paper cone is minimal compared to the price you can sell each serving for. This is the perfect mobile business for local fairs, birthday parties, farmers markets, and any community event. It's a low-investment, high-return venture that is both fun to run and incredibly simple to operate. Bricks are a timeless building material, and the demand for unique, artisanal styles is booming. With a manual clay brick machine, you can turn simple clay into perfectly shaped bricks right at home. The process is straightforward. You press the clay into a mold, let it dry, and then fire it in a small kiln to give it strength and color. You can get this entire operation running for around $1,000. Forget competing with massive factories. Your customers are homeowners, architects, and landscapers who want a custom, rustic look for feature walls, patios, or historic restorations and are willing to pay a premium. From high fashion to home decor, woven fabric is everywhere, but you don't need a giant mill to produce it. For around $350, a power loom machine lets you start your own micro-textile business. This device mechanizes the weaving process, transforming threads into cloth much faster than by hand. The key to profitability is finding your niche. Instead of making generic fabric, you can produce unique, custom-ordered textiles for local fashion designers. Create durable, specialized fabrics for furniture restorers, or sell your own brand of artisanal cloth online. Raw thread is affordable but unique. High-quality fabric commands a premium, offering excellent profit margins from a small-scale, creative operation. From the plumbing in our homes to the irrigation systems that water our farms, the demand for PVC pipes is constant. A PVC pipe making machine allows you to enter this massive market. It works by taking inexpensive PVC plastic pellets, melting them down, and extruding them through a die to form a continuous pipe. The machine then cools and automatically cuts the pipe to the desired length. Getting into production for this essential building material starts at around $6,000. Your market includes local hardware stores, plumbing contractors, and agricultural operations. While you can't compete with huge factories on volume, you can win by offering custom lengths and faster local delivery. The demand for fresh, high-quality food is booming, and nothing says gourmet like artisanal pasta. Forget the dry stuff in a box. With an automatic pasta maker, you can create a premium product right from your kitchen. This machine handles the mixing, kneading, and extruding, pushing out perfect pasta shapes with minimal effort. You can get into this business for just around $200. Your market includes local restaurants, farmers markets, and direct online sales to foodies. By experimenting with unique ingredients like spinach or squid ink, you can create a high-demand, specialty product with fantastic profit margins, turning simple flour and eggs into a business. Hollow blocks are everywhere in construction, forming the walls and foundations of countless buildings. This makes them a product with constant, high demand. A hollow block making machine automates the production process. You just prepare a simple mix of cement, sand, and water, and the machine presses it into perfectly uniform blocks. You can launch your own block making operation for around $3,500. The raw materials are cheap and easy to source, while the finished blocks are sold at a healthy markup to local contractors, hardware stores, and individual builders. From delicate jewelry chains to the wires inside electronics, specialized metal wire is a hidden but essential commodity. A wire drawing machine lets you create it. For a startup cost of around $3,500, you can enter this precision manufacturing business. The machine works by pulling a standard thick metal rod through a series of dies, systematically reducing its diameter and dramatically increasing its value with every pass. The business model is to buy inexpensive, thick-gauge wire in bulk and transform it into highly sought-after thin-gauge spools. Your customers are niche and willing to pay a premium. Jewelers, craftspeople, sculptors, and small-scale electronics makers who need custom sizes that are impossible to find in regular stores. Personalized apparel is a massive market, from company uniforms and team gear to one-of-a-kind custom gifts. A professional multi-needle embroidery machine automates this entire process. You can start this business for around £7,000. Unlike basic home models, these machines stitch intricate, multicolor designs at high speed, handling everything from delicate fabrics to tough items like baseball caps, football boots, and even horse rugs. You can become the go-to supplier for local businesses, schools, and sports clubs needing branded merchandise. Alternatively, you can sell high-margin, unique designs directly to consumers online. From farms and ranches to high-security zones, barbed wire is a product with constant, unwavering demand. For an initial investment of about $3,000, you can start manufacturing it yourself. A barbed wire machine works on a simple but effective principle. It feeds two main strands of wire and twists them together, while another mechanism cuts and wraps sharp barbed wire around them at regular intervals. Your business model is straightforward. You buy spools of galvanized steel wire at a low cost and convert them into a finished product with a significant markup. Your primary customers would be agricultural suppliers, hardware stores, fencing contractors, and even large landowners. Chainlink fences are everywhere. It's a fundamental security product, but what if you were the one supplying it? With a startup cost of around $3,000, you can enter the fence manufacturing business. This type of machine automates the entire process, taking a simple spool of wire, bending it into that classic spiral shape, and then weaving it into strong, durable rolls of chain-link mesh. The business is straightforward. You buy steel wire cheap, produce finished fencing, and sell it with a healthy profit margin to fencing contractors, building supply stores, and even directly to the public for custom jobs that big retailers can't fulfill. A physical envelope makes a powerful first impression, and you can build a business on that for around $5,000. An envelope making machine automates what was once a tedious process. It takes sheets of paper and, in a high-speed sequence, die cuts the shape, folds the creases, and applies the adhesive, producing perfect envelopes every time. But the real money isn't in competing with office supply giants. The profit is in customization. You can target niche markets like wedding planners needing specialty paper, small businesses wanting branded envelopes for direct mail, or creating custom sizes that can't be bought off the shelf. You're turning bulk paper into a high-margin, specialized product. Modern vinyl windows are prized for their seamless look and energy efficiency, and the secret to that perfection lies in the corners. You can tap into this high-demand market with an investment of around $850. A window welding machine uses targeted heat and pressure to flawlessly fuse pre-cut PVC profiles, creating a strong, airtight, and factory-quality seal. Your business isn't about making the entire window. It's about providing a crucial service. You partner with small construction companies, independent installers, or renovation contractors. They handle the measuring and cutting while you provide the expert welding. Look around you. Nearly every product, from electronics to household goods, is built with custom plastic parts. With a plastic injection molding machine, you can be the one to make them. For an initial investment of about $3,000, you can set up a small-scale production service. The machine operates by melting raw plastic pellets and forcing them into a specialized mold under high pressure. Seconds later, a perfectly formed, solid part is ejected. Your business model here is service-based. You aren't just selling a product, you are selling manufacturing capability. Your clients are inventors who need a prototype, small businesses that need custom enclosures, or hobbyists looking for specific components. You transform their ideas into thousands of identical physical objects. Think about custom furniture, automotive roll cages, or unique metal railings. They all start with straight metal pipes that need precise, smooth bends. A pipe bending machine makes this possible. For an initial cost of just $380, you can offer this as a specialized service from your own workshop. Your market isn't just big companies, it's the custom car shops needing exhaust work, metal artists, furniture makers, and serious DIY hobbyists. You become their on-demand fabrication partner. They bring you the specs and the pipe, and you provide the perfectly bent component they need, charging a fee for each custom bend or for the entire project. Think about every small business, from local coffee roasters to artisanal candy makers. What do they all need? Professional, sealed packaging. That's your business opportunity. You can start experimenting in this space for as little as $10. But for a serious, high-volume operation, you're looking at machines costing around $1,000. A plastic bag sealer is simple. It uses a quick burst of heat to create a perfect, airtight seal. You're not making the product or the bag. You're providing the final, crucial step. You become the go-to packaging service for local entrepreneurs who need to keep their products fresh and tamper-evident. Look at any metal product, from a car body panel to an HVAC duct. They're likely held together by blind rivets. These small but essential fasteners are a massive market, and you can get into the business of making them for about $2,500. A blind rivet making machine is essentially a miniature assembly line. It takes wire for the stem and a different metal for the rivet body, then automatically cuts, forms, and assembles them into the finished product at incredible speeds. The business model is all about volume. You sell in bulk to auto repair shops, construction suppliers, and manufacturers who use thousands of these every single day. The best part? Rivets are consumables. Once a customer uses them up, they have to reorder, creating a steady stream of recurring revenue for your business.